In Los Angeles' historic West Adams neighborhood, Chef Keith Corbin is rebooting traditional Southern dishes in a restaurant that also doubles as a community gathering place. Welcome to Alta Adams.
What happens if you bring what you know and I bring what I know, we put it together. We make something that hasn't existed, that you couldn't do on your own, that I couldn't do on my own. And that kind of is the spirit that we've tried to have here. It's like, what if we do something that's really about all of us?
We met at Loco.
Yeah. Okay.
I was hired on as kitchen manager and decided to be on the labor side.
But I believe you were actually hired as a cook and elevated to kitchen manager very quickly.
Very quickly, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe I had some part in that.
I think.
But he always had an idea, right?
Yeah, I always had an
He
idea.
always said, I want to make like the food I grew up with.
My grandmother's from Mobile, Alabama. My grandfather's from Shreveport, Louisiana. They brought Southern soul food, and we ate that day in and day out. Just the quality of food and the attention to detail. If I took the food I grew up with and applied these methods and these things like this, I think we could have had something great in.
One of the things we talked about too is what happens if you trace the roots of the food to where it started in West Africa, and what happens if you start studying West African food and you realize it's got a lot in common with California food, a lot of vegetables, a lot of grains, taking like personal expression and kind of infusing that into it, right? So you don't have to make the same thing that everyone else makes, but you make a personal version of it, just like every other cuisine, right? So a restaurant then becomes this amalgam of like what you grew up with, what you were inspired by, and then the products around you, which is really like what California food is.
It was an opportunity for us to do it all over again, meaning Loco. When I seen this opportunity, it took me right back to that moment. The way we created the food, the price point, the connection we made with the community, it was just special like that. Customer response has been great.
Yeah.
It's been like really great.
Growing up here and not having nothing like this, now it's like it's nice. It's like the community loves it. People enjoy coming here. The patios are great. Brunch is great.
One of my favorite responses is that it reminds them of something or somewhere or someone. My mother, my granny, when I was a child, when I was in this part of somewhere. And that's why I feel that the food is more than just the flavor, it's the energy, right? It's what actually goes into it. When we back there cooking, like we're having a good time, we're cooking with love, we're creating something. I think that that's what they're experiencing when they eat it, because your granny is cooking your food with love. So this is Gwendolyn Etta, my sister, my friend. She is the CDC, chef de cuisine here at Alta, and she's the one who does all the actual work.